Jay, South Brunswick, led by head coach Scott Wainwright, advanced to tonight's title game with a win over the two-seeded Hoggard Vikings in the semifinals. South Brunswick has played New Hanover twice this year. One game the Cougars lost by 5. The other game was a little more lopsided. Kareem Randolph and Jace McKinney scored in double figures in each of those 2 games, but you get the sense the Cougars will need some production from some of the other guys to pull this one off tonight.
Yeah, it would certainly help, and you're going to get production from McKinney. He's the leading scorer in the area, over 18 points. Randolph had a great game against Hoggard, particularly in the fourth quarter when they needed it most. He had a big three-point shot. He was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So he's a senior, he's a veteran. Watch A.J. Rossi. A.J. Rossi's a 10th grader, plays like he's a graduate student, right? Kid's very poised, very strong, and an outstanding three-point shooter. And then up front, not unlike New Hanover, there's a couple of studs for the Cougars. That'd be number 33, the X-Man, Xavier Williams, and number 35, Andrew Mosley. Combined, these kids average about 13 points a game, about 14 rebounds per contest. So they get up off the glass and they play real well for Scott Wainwright's team. Yeah, the 2 games they played earlier this year, both went to New Hanover, one a little closer than the other. But, you know, you sort of get the feeling both these teams are coming in here on good win streaks. South kind of putting it together at the right time. They're on a good roll, and certainly New Hanover has been all year. So it should be an outstanding tournament final here tonight.
When South Brunswick gets production from Mosley and Williams and John Rogelli and A.J. Rossi, it just seems to take South Brunswick to another level. These teams are similar, great ball handlers, good post players, some solid outside shooters. These teams have it all. We'll have the broadcast for you here on ATMC TV. It's the Farm Bureau Insurance Mid-Eastern Conference Tournament Boys Final. Stay right here with us for the opening tip. If you like basketball, you are in the right spot. Jay Combs, what a game we have on tap for our viewers tonight.
It's great atmosphere, packed gym. The girls' championship just got settled. Congratulations to the Laney Buccaneers for defeating Hoggard, but now it's the guys' turn, and this should be a fun game.
Jace McKinney's going to unload early, nothing but net. What a start for the junior sensation.
The kid can light you up from the outside, and he can actually go inside and play well too, as we've talked about in some of the games with South this year. He's a very difficult matchup because of his ability to shoot the three and also put the ball on the floor.
Jay, that was quite different from McKinney's start. In the first 2 rounds, Steinman tries to answer off the rim, no good. Edgar with an offensive rebound. Yeah, Taylor's open for 3. Bingo, tie ball game.
Well, New Hanover, as we mentioned, I think have made 17 threes this week in the conference tournament, so they are no stranger to the triple.
Make that 18 after Freddie Taylor's trifecta ties the game. Tip ball, Xavier's got it. Mosley mid-range jumper, nothing but nylon.
And Sam, to your point in the pregame, how much better is South when they get some production out of Mosley and Williams?
Jay, we noticed on that first New Hanover possession, Hayden Edgar got the offensive board. Of course, he did not play in the Wildcats' semifinal win over Ashley.
Well, Coach Angel maybe just saving him. I don't know.
Skip pass to Edgar. Edgar working on Williams. Baby hook off the glass, no good. Rossi's got the board for the Cougars.
Well, Rossi is a tough hombre. Very strong, real good ball handler, and again, an outstanding shooter.
Jay McKinney struggled to get going in the first quarter of South's first 2 rounds. He's already made a 3. He's going to try another one. That one's off the rim and no good. New Hanover's Josh Aldrich with the board. Taylor pushes it across the timeline.
Aldrich and Edgar, a lot of length in the starting 5 for the Wildcats.
Aldrich is called for, a jump ball. I thought they whistled Aldrich for a over-the-back foul, but it's called a jump ball, and New Hanover will retain possession.
Yeah, I think Josh got away with one that time, and I'll tell you, so did Xavier Williams think that he got away with one. X had real good position. Officials just called the jump ball.
Thought about the three. He gets it into the high post to Edgar, who pushes it back out to Taylor behind the top of the key.
Freddie thinks a lot about the three. Let me tell you, there's one right there. Oh,
2 for 2 from beyond the arc for Freddie Taylor, and New Hanover has an early 6-5 lead. Boy, the lid is off the bucket early in this one.
Well, Taylor again so quick and can put the ball on the floor so well. You have to respect his ability to drive past you, and that just makes him a better three-point shooter.
Mid-range jumper, McKinney, off back iron, no good. Taylor with the rebound. Xavier Williams comes up with a steal.
Yeah, that's a big steal by Xavier Williams that time, taking the ball away from Freddie Taylor, not an easy thing to do.
Jay, what a crowd here inside the Dinah E. Gore Fitness and Aquatic Center on BCC's campus. Randolph for 2, no good. Mosley put back up and in.
And Andrew Mosley only averages 5.5 points a game. He's got 4 already, so certainly making a big contribution.
Good pass into Aldrich, the lob from Freddie Taylor. Williams called for a foul on the floor. New Hanover basketball.
Yeah, it was a nice lob pass by Freddie and a really good catch by Aldrich inside. Jalen Scott coming into the game for Hayden Edgar.
Another three-point attempt. This one no good. McKinney with the board.
I'll tell you what, he was dead on at that time. Taylor looks like he is dialed in tonight.
Boy, Jay, if Freddie Taylor's knocking down the outside shot, that just gives New Hanover a whole new element. Good pass into Williams. Off his hands, though. Taylor with the steal. He's going to try and outrun everybody to the rim. Randolph comes up with a steal. Foul called on New Hanover's Tyler Steinman right in front of the ATMC TV broadcast station. South Brunswick basketball right in front of where we're set up.
There's a lot of quickness on the court here this evening, and you saw a little bit from both teams that time. Freddie Taylor on one end, Kareem Randolph on the other. John Regalia checking into the game for the Cougars, number 5, real good ball player.
And Jay, we also get our first look at New Hanover's Jalen Anderson, number 10. Rogelia off the glass, no good. Williams down low, shot miss. Scuffle for the rebound. Williams knocks it out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats.
Well, Williams mixing it up inside, trying to keep things alive, just not able to finish at time. 7-6. 1 point lead for South halfway through the first quarter.
Aldrich going to take the long range two. Nothing but nylon for Josh Aldrich.
80% shooter from the field. He's taken 9 shots this week. He's made 8 of them, so that's pretty productive, Kirk. Angel loves to see his guy Aldrich take the shot.
New Hanover with an 8-7 lead, 2:50 left in the opening frame. Step back jumper, bingo! He was inside the arc, but South grabs the lead.
Well, I tell you, Randolph, the more you watch him, the more you like him. He's an awfully good player.
Williams stuffs Aldrich's shot. Rossi saves it to Rogelia.
Nice block, nice save by Rossi, nice catch by Aldrich. Possession goes to South.
Williams pass off the hands of Randolph and out of bounds with 2:16 left in the first. The 3-seeded Cougars have a 9-8 lead over New Hanover, which entered tonight's game a perfect 16-0 in Mid-Eastern Conference play.
It's pretty hard to do, Sam, to win them all, isn't it? I mean, just psychologically, it's tough to get up every night, mentally be prepared, but Kurt Angel's Wildcats were able to do that this year. Well, that's good defense. That's good defense that time by Regalia. Steinman trying to get around.
Pass into Anderson, his shot up, no good. Mosley's got the board for the Cougars, knocked out of bounds by New Hanover. It'll go to South.
So they are battling, Sam, 9-8. Pretty much what we thought in terms of competitiveness and just really battling.
A minute and a half left in the first. South leads 9-8. McKinney post up, baseline move, shot no good. Missed everything, and Taylor's got it for New Hanover. Pass ahead to Scott. He saves it. Back to Edgar. Edgar's shot up and in.
Boy, that's a nice catch by Scott that time. Pretty much on the mark pass by Freddie Taylor as well. A lot of different guys have defended McKinney here already this evening. Jamerick McDonald's got
Randolph, bingo!
And Randolph down the other end, lighting you up from three.
Good pass from Edgar to Scott. Shot up and in, two for Jalen Scott.
Nice catch again by Scott. Catching the basketball, catching the ball, period, regardless of the sport, so undervalued.
Rossi with a strong drive. McKinney in the corner, good look. Ooh, just missed it. Edgar with the rebound.
And a good penetration that time by Rossi, and the kick out to McKinney just couldn't convert.
Jalen Anderson from deep, nothing but nylon.
Boy, they are bombing everywhere. That is the 5th three-point shot between the two teams here in the first quarter tonight.
After 8 minutes of game action in the boys tournament final, it's New Hanover 15, South Brunswick 12.
Hey Sandman, it's Jay.
Hey partner.
Didn't you tell me you know a guy that's got some heavy equipment? I need a load of dirt.
Don't worry, man. I got you.
Sam, this isn't what I had in mind.
He'll be done any time now.
I knew we should have called J.P. Russ & Son.
Serving Brunswick County since 1947, J.P. Russ & Son has become the local leader in all your heavy equipment needs. We also haul any material, even rock. Give J.P. Russ & Son a call today.
We're set for the start of the second period. New Hanover with a 15-12 lead after one. Nearly a 5-second call. McKinney got it to Rossi just in time. Randolph mid-range jumper. He nails it, and South trims its deficit to one.
Well, Kareem Randolph continuing his hot shooting where he left off in the fourth quarter of the semifinal against Hoggard. 7 points for Kareem here tonight.
Romello Williams scoreless. Steinman's going to drive. His shot is up, and it's in. Nice floater from Steinman.
Yeah, we talk about Tyler shooting from the outside. That time got inside the paint with the little floater, teardrop, and it went in.
South trailing by 3, 17-14. Randolph's going to try a three. That one draws front iron. Rogelia's got the rebound. Layup off the front iron. Aldrich with the board.
Bad break for Regalia. He had a great rebound, just couldn't convert.
Foul called on the floor.
I don't know what the shooting percentages are here tonight, Sam, but they seem like it would be a lot. Kind of high. Both teams shooting the ball very, very well. despite some pretty aggressive defense by both squads.
Wildcats lead 17-14, 6:45 left before halftime.
Isaac Stanley checked into the game for South. Give Rossi a little bit of a break.
Williams trying to drive baseline. He's bumped by Rogilia, and it's New Hanover basketball. Steinman from deep, no good. Offensive rebound, Edgar. Jalen Anderson open from deep, nothing but nylon.
Boy, Jalen Anderson, his second triple of the night. Off the bench, the 6'1" junior guard really lightened it up for Kurt Angel's squad. And that's enough that Scott Wainwright's going to call a timeout.
It's going to be a full timeout with 6:07 left before halftime. New Hanover with a 20-14 advantage. Jay, unexpected boost off the bench from Jalen Anderson. 6 points, 2 3-pointers in the early going.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure whether Kurt was counting on that or not, but he'll certainly take it. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-point shots combined for the two teams here. And heck, we've only played one quarter and a couple of minutes of the second.
ATMC TV's basketball game of the week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car or want a new pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, or pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle. Jay, I'm doing my best here in this boys final to overcome these hiccups, partner. I'm so sorry.
As long as you don't die, I'm okay, all right? But just keep breathing, okay? Don't throw up and hiccup all you want, but for heaven's sakes, keep breathing. I mean, you just got to do that for me. Of course, the last time these two teams got together, who bailed out on who? I bailed out on you.
The way these hiccups are making me sound, our listeners might throw up at home.
That was the first game I missed in like 30 years of broadcasting. But Sam did a great job of taking you there that night all by his lonesome.
Jay, how often do you see McKinney have a three-point shot blocked? Edgar up and in after he nearly lost it.
Well, not a lot, and if you have a lot, that's going to be a bad night for South Brunswick. Jay's hit his first, hasn't hit anything since. He's really being defended closely.
Boy, that's a tough baseline jumper off the side of the backboard. Taylor back to Williams. Williams misses the layup. Aldridge misses the putback. Has that one beat almost out of bounds. Taylor saves it, gets it back to Anderson. Boy, catch your breath.
That's about the most exciting 30 seconds of play without a point being scored you'll ever see. Missed shots, blocked shots, missed jams.
Edgar's putback no good on the Williams missed shot, and South Brunswick dodges some bullets on that trip.
Boy, the big guys for New Hanover are sort of winning the battle off the glass.
McKinney, a clean look this time, but he misses. Look at Mosley, Jay. Nearly saves it, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll go to New Hanover.
That's good hustle by Andrew that time. Almost came up with that loose ball, but New Hanover clearly, I think, has it in their head that if we're going to lose here this evening, it's not going to be because Chase McKinney goes off for 30. So you're going to put a hand in his face, you're going to put a body on him, and you're really going to make him work for everything. And they've been pretty successful thus far tonight.
Taylor with a very good look, but he misses. Good rebound by Xavier Williams. Nearly loses it.
He's in trouble.
Tries to get it out of there. Taylor to Edgar for 2, and New Hanover leads by 10.
Edgar 6 points. Again, another good look, good pass by Freddie Taylor.
That shot blocked by Scott. Williams on the fast break for New Hanover. Pull-up jumper, bang, New Hanover by 12.
Romello Williams, the kid who was the area player of the year last year, has not statistically had that kind of year this season, but make no mistake, is a nice ball player, Sam.
And Jay, after a really tight first quarter, New Hanover had a 3-point lead. The Wildcats have outscored South Brunswick 11-2 here in the second.
They have been up and down the court. They beat them off the glass, seemingly right now a little bit quicker than the Cougars, and they've certainly taken advantage of that. So good shooting, good defense, good rebounding, and beating South down the court transitionally has helped New Hanover jump out to this 26-14 lead.
Jay, should I say it's been one big hiccup for South Brunswick here in the second quarter?
Well, you could, but it's not over yet. Not over yet. Got to get settled. They got to get a couple of shots to drop for long dry spell right now.
And McKinney out of the game for the Cougars.
I think you can credit this drought to some very tenacious defense. You're seeing it right now.
Williams misses the floater. Ball knocked out of bounds by Edgar. It'll stay with the Cougars. Boy, Jay, New Hanover has really put the clamps on this end of the court. South Brunswick hasn't had a clean look in several minutes.
Yeah, and you're right. And every shot, you're exactly right, Sam. Very contested. You're not getting any gibbies.
That's a good look into Xavier Williams, and he puts it in, his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, Williams breaks the string and see if maybe South can get something out of their defense. Kind of cut into this lead that way.
That skip pass from Jamerick McDonald, the junior guard, sails out of bounds into the lap of South assistant coach Dan McGugan. And the Cougars, you know, maybe after Williams' basket, Jay, the lid will come off here in the second quarter, and the Cougars can close this 10-point gap.
Well, and Sam, you know, folks at home are probably tired of hearing me say this, but basketball's a game of runs, and clearly New Hanover's been on one, and South is looking to start one.
Reach-in foul on McDonald, so a tough little 10-second stretch there for the junior guard.
Both teams have played pretty well in terms of, despite the aggressive defense, not many fouls called here tonight.
I like this pace, partner.
Oh, yeah. McKinney's going to check back into the game. He had a nice couple of minutes off. Regalia gave him some good minutes, as he always does. Chase would love to hit one real quick.
You know, Jay, in our conversations before the game, I circled a number 25 that I thought South would need points-wise, and I said if they could get 25 combined from players other than Kareem Randolph and Jace McKinney, I thought it would be a tight game. So far, by my count, they've got 6, 4 from Mosley and 2 from Xavier Williams, so not quite at that pace. Jump ball called on this end, possession arrow favor the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Rossi has not scored a point and had his jump shot attempt that time tied up by Steinem.
That shot was blocked by Mosley. Williams has got the board, gets it to Rossi. South has numbers as Rossi's pushing it. Nice one-handed pass over to Randolph. Mid-range jumper, no good. Scott with the board.
Boy, one and done. Not many second shot opportunities for South here tonight.
Steinman, bingo from deep.
Tyler Steinman, who is a prolific outside shooter, just caught that ball, squared up, went straight up, and that's a 13-point New Hanover lead.
Jay, that's the biggest lead of the night for the Wildcats. Mosley with a strong, aggressive post move. He was fouled on the shot attempt, and Mosley will go to the line for 2 shots.
Having some decent luck getting the ball inside to the bigs, Mosley, Williams for shots, but South has not shot very well here in the second quarter and certainly has been limited to 1 shot. It's been pretty much one and done, so New Hanover doing a good job defensively off the glass.
Jay, do you think New Hanover head coach Kirk Angel gets nervous in these situations considering his background?
Not when you're a former Wilmington Police Department SWAT team member. I would think any high school basketball game would be a walk through the park.
Cakewalk, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Mosley splits a pair, and New Hanover leads 29-17. Less than a minute left before halftime. Jay, when you get a chance, check out the basketball shoes at number 21, Jalen Scott for New Hanover. Boy, those are certainly sharp.
He got some nice ones.
Aldridge going to drive baseline. Williams cut him off. Pass back out to Steinman.
Steinman's got some nice orange socks, too, to match the orange trim of the Wildcats.
Williams finds Steinman, who thought about it. Instead, he's going to drive baseline. Tries to get it into Scott. Pass is stolen. Randolph comes up with it. 15 seconds. Pass into Rossi. Layup up and in. He spun it off the glass.
Well, they needed that one. They needed that one. They sure couldn't afford to miss that opportunity.
Williams with a nifty move. Misses the 3 before halftime. Mosley gets it to Randolph, but the second quarter clock expires. And we will go into the intermission with the 1-seeded New Hanover Wildcats leading the 3-seeded South Brunswick Cougars 29-19 here on ATMC TV.
I think having a Brunswick Community College softball team will benefit all 3 high schools in our county tremendously. We have young ladies here in our community that go on and play at other community colleges. This way they'll be able to stay home, be with their families, be close to home, and also they'll be able to get the Brunswick guarantee money and be on full scholarships. So that's a win-win situation for us, and I think it would be for the young ladies that would come here to play softball at Brunswick Community College. I just think if our student athletes, the ones that we can get from Brunswick County, stay home, and the ones that come in give back to Brunswick County and to our community, then our community will give to the programs that are here to help these kids succeed and become successful and move on and get a college education. And we learned that very quickly with the baseball program and our other programs, that it was really, really important for our student athletes to be in the community and do the right thing. A lot of these young people that come from all over the state of North Carolina and even further away in some instances, they would not even go to school at all if it were not for athletics. We have a right at 95% of our student athletes that are sophomores that are here move on to 4-year schools and complete their education. We'd like to thank ATMC for giving to our programs, and they've given to our programs in the past and been very supportive here. And you know, without corporate sponsors and people like you guys doing that, we wouldn't be able to survive.
And we are back. 29 New Hanover, 19 South. Start the second half of the conference championship final from Brunswick Community College. I'm Jay Combs, along with Sam Hiccup Hickman, who's going to make a comeback here in the third quarter, no doubt, and hopefully South Brunswick can make a comeback as well, Sam.
Jay, miraculously, I think I've cured it.
Those sugar cookies will do it every time.
Edgar working on Mosley, pull-up jumper up and in. Great start for the Wildcats.
That's 8 points. Edgar is now the leading scorer in the game. Balance scoring for Kirk Angels New Hanover squad here tonight.
Nice drive from Mosley, but he misses the shot. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with South Brunswick.
You know, Sam, we talked a little about this earlier. Poor shooting by South Brunswick. They got off to a good start in the first quarter, but they certainly cooled off. But that's very much like the two earlier games this year when, as a team, they shot in the 30s both game, and Jace McKinney struggled in both games from the floor and certainly struggling here again tonight, but maybe Kareem Randolph's basket gets them going in the right direction.
Boy, Jay Randolph is not struggling. He's got 9 already in this contest. Leads all scorers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're right. He had 7 in the first half, and that bucket makes it 9. Average is 12, so Kareem giving good points here.
Romello Williams starting to get going. He's got 4 for the game. New Hanover lead back to 12.
Yeah, Williams is a guy that's defending against McKinney, too, so Rowe is doing it on both ends of the floor.
McKinney's going to attempt a 3. It rims in from way deep. You don't see that every day, and just like that, the lead is back to 9.
Well, and those kinds of shots make up for the ones where you're dead on and the ball just bounces back out or rims out. That's a nice look.
Edgar misses the shot, put back no good. Ball tapped around, Edgar's got it back. Freddie Taylor for 3, no good. Look at the X-Men wrestling for the board. Edgar called for a foul, and South Brunswick's got a little Mr. momentum here in the third quarter.
That's one of the areas I think that New Hanover really has come out on top here tonight, in addition to some good shooting, but they're working the glass real hard, particularly Hayden Edgar and Josh Aldridge. You saw Williams that time really working hard on the third shot to finally pull down the board.
Jay, certainly not discounting Xavier Williams' basketball ability. He's a fine player, but he sure looks like a defensive end to me, partner.
He might be. You see everybody. Your family sees everybody in a football suit, Sam Hickman.
33-24 New Hanover, 5:35 left in the third quarter. Taylor over to Romello Williams. He's going to pass on the 3, instead drive, kick it to Taylor for the 3. No good. Rebound batted around. Mosley's got it, and Randolph's pushing it for the Cougs.
Yeah, good work off the glass by Mosley and Jace McKinney that time.
Good pump fake and jumper from Jace. He's got 5 in the quarter, 8 for the game. Jace starting to get cooking.
Well, he really got set that time and shot well off the dribble, got a good look at the bucket. And the kid scored double figures every game this year. And wow, that's an easy way to score there for 3 for Josh Aldridge.
Aldridge slams it home off the nice interior dish from Hayden Edgar for 2. New Hanover leads 35-26. Randolph for 3, off the rim and no good. That one was dead on line, just a little short.
Nobody in a blue shirt under the offensive board that time. Easy rebound for Steinman.
Good interior pass to Romello Williams. He faked the baseline jumper, got it back to Taylor instead. Floater rims all the way out. Nice dribbling exhibition from Rossi. He's got it to McKinney in the corner. He's going to fire. Bingo! Jace McKinney is hot in the third.
Water seeks its own level, Sam, and if you're a shooter of McKinney's caliber, even when they don't fall all the time, you got to keep going. You can't have that happen, though. You can't have that happen. McKinney got caught on the back side of 34, Josh Aldridge. Nice pass, great catch, and a good shot by Aldridge.
And Jay, one thing I noticed there was Aldridge caught the pass and put the ball in the basket all in one motion. He didn't come back down with it. Williams on the fast break, mid-range jumper, no good. Aldridge with the rebound. Josh Aldridge blocked by McKinney. Ball knocked out of bounds and will go to New Hanover. Jay, not sure why Mosley didn't try to save that one, but it's going to be New Hanover basketball. And we're going to get a look at Leo Karimi subbing in for Xavier Williams with 3:34 left in the third. New Hanover leads by 8, 37-29.
Karimi, another big body, and they need some big bodies to work off the glass. They be in South Brunswick. They are getting dominated rebound-wise. Way too many extra shots for New Hanover.
Boy, look at Randolph go. What an athlete. Rossi alone in the corner. That shot's no good. Foul on New Hanover, and South Brunswick will keep possession. That foul called on Hayden Edgar. So a missed shot, but a good job working the glass. I think it was McKinney battling for that board.
Well, it was McKinney, and it was also the kid that just came in, Karimi. And, you know, Leo's been sitting the entire first half and well rested, comes in, and I think that's a good substitution by Coach Scott Wainwright.
Leo enforcing the glass.
He is the enforcer.
Boy, McKinney nearly makes a circus shot. Scott's got the rebound for New Hanover. 3:10 left in the third. Wildcats lead by 8. Ooh, a good crossover from Freddie Taylor. Gets it to Romello. Romello almost got trapped under the basket. What a finish by Aldrich, plus the harm. Wildcats lead by 10.
Well, Josh Aldridge, the 6'6" senior, 80% from the floor, and when you shoot from where he does, I guess your percentages are going to be high. But wow, what a great job of getting that shot off and being very balanced, and steps to the line for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Back up to a double-digit New Hanover lead.
Jay, Josh Aldrich is quite a player.
Taylor and Kareem Randolph, that's a good battle, Sam, right here.
Randolph stripped, but a foul is called on New Hanover's Freddie Taylor, much to the chagrin of the New Hanover faithful.
Oh, Romello Williams doing a little officiating on his own that time. Rowe didn't think so. He didn't think that was a foul, but the officials saw it the other way. So South Brunswick will maintain possession with 2:37, down 11, Sam. They would be well served to get this into single digits before the fourth quarter. Not going to do it that way.
Boy, Jalen Scott trying to take it all the way. A great defensive play by Williams. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be South Brunswick basketball. Boy, Jay, what an incredible individual defensive effort from Mr. Xavier Williams. He had just checked back into the game, and that's the play makes on that end. What a play.
Hey, that's another good substitution then, right, for Wainwright. But yeah, X did a great job of hustling back that time and really kept the ball to South.
Randolph, good pump fake, misses the jumper. Good job by Mosley, but he lost it. Jalen Scott corrals the loose ball for the Cats.
Yeah, one and done for South. Not able to get many second chance opportunities, Sam.
Randolph comes up with a steal. He's going to try and outrun Taylor. Reverse layup, up and in. It's a 9-point game.
Boy, Randolph, that was an extremely difficult play. And yet, the senior able to convert with Freddie Taylor breathing down your neck. Not an easy shot, Sam Hickman.
Jay, I get the sense Freddie Taylor doesn't get rattled by much.
He looks like a pretty cool customer out there, doesn't he?
Just in total control at all times. Exactly what you want from your senior point guard. Boy, they better get out on Anderson. He made a pair in the first half.
I think I counted, there's 8 or 9 seniors on this New Hanover team. A lot of veteran leadership.
Aldridge gets back his own miss and puts it in for 2.
Too many second chance shots, Sam. You know, shooting percentages sometimes are a little misleading. You could be a poor shooting team, but if you're a good rebounding team, an offensive rebounding team, it really doesn't make any difference. And there's a foul away from the ball.
Offensive foul called on South Brunswick's Kareem Randolph. Jay, it's an 11-point ball game with a minute left in the third quarter. South Brunswick probably well suited to make a run and make a run quickly.
Well, yeah, Kareem's going to sit it out the last minute. And again, that's the battle that's been going on all night long between Freddie Taylor and Kareem Randolph. They've really been going at it.
Taylor hasn't scored since the first quarter when he made a pair of three-pointers, but that probably doesn't illustrate his impact on the game. Edgar's going to drive baseline, shot blocked, thrown off of Williams and out of bounds. It's New Hanover basketball.
Yeah, smart play that time by Hayden Edgar. Got blocked, but the loose ball came in a way that he could knock it off of Williams out of bounds.
Jay, a third quarter really defined by South Brunswick's inability to do anything with Josh Aldrich. Anderson's three-pointer off the rim and in, his third trifecta of the game. Biggest lead of the night for New Hanover at 14.
How many big minutes is Jalen Anderson giving New Hanover here tonight? As you mentioned, Sam, his third three-point shot of the game.
McKinney step back jumper off the rim, no good. Taylor with the rebound. 10 seconds left in the third.
That's good defense that time by Josh Aldrich, sticking right with McKinney, making him take a difficult shot.
Taylor's gonna fire a three off the rim, no good. Putback was after the buzzer and no good anyway. And after the third quarter here in the Mid-Eastern Conference Boys Tournament Final, it's New Hanover 45, South Brunswick 31 on ATMC TV.
Hey Sam, man, it's Jay.
Hey, partner.
Didn't you tell me you know a guy that's got some heavy equipment? I need a load of dirt.
Don't worry, man. I got you.
Sam, this isn't what I had in mind.
He'll be done any time now.
I knew we should have called J.P. Russ & Son.
Serving Brunswick County since 1947, J.P. Russ & Son has become the local leader in all your heavy equipment needs. We also haul any material, even rock. Give J.P. Russ & Son a call today.
Jay, New Hanover is 8 minutes away from a Mid-Eastern Conference Tournament championship. The Wildcats lead South Brunswick by 14 in the finals.
Well, they're playing like a team that has not lost a game in the conference all year. Continue to shoot the ball well from the three-point line. They've kind of really buzzed through this tournament, have not been challenged.
Anderson going for his fourth three of the game. Bingo! And it's a 17-point lead for the Cats.
Well, when you're shooting like that, and the way that New Hanover is shooting tonight, and they came into this game this evening on a tear from the three this entire tournament thus far, and they're continuing to do it here tonight against South.
Tim Harrington, mid-range jumper blocked by Anderson. He's making plays on both ends. Williams is leading the break for the Cats. They wisely pull it back out. Jay, with a big lead at this stage, if you're New Hanover, you want to run some motion offense and kill at least a little clock with your possessions?
Don't have to be in a hurry, that's for sure. Just, play their regular pace, but certainly want to take good shots.
Steinman's going to take a three from the top of the key. That one misses badly, and McKinney's got the board for South.
Looking at my score sheet, trying to see A.J. Rossi does have a basket, but he only has 2 points for the game. It's a quiet night for the great sophomore. See if he lights it up there. Ooh,
Jay, that one looked dead on line. It just misses. Boy, South Brunswick had to have that one, and it just rims out.
Well, they need to string some threes, and they need to force some turnovers and try to get some easy baskets to cut into this lead, because time is working against them.
Jay, you talked about potential production from other members of the South Brunswick team, not Jason McKinney and Kareem Randolph. And South Brunswick has just 9 combined from 3 other players, Rossi and Xavier Williams with 2 each, Andrew Mosley with 5. Hayden Egger was fouled and will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, they started out differently in that first quarter, particularly when Mosley had a couple of buckets. And if you're South, that's exactly what you want to see happen. Some contributions, productivity from someone other than Randolph or McKinney, but it's been pretty quiet from everybody else since the early stages of this game, as Josh Aldrich picks up his 10th point of the night.
Only 5 free throw attempts in this entire game, partner. Hayden Egger makes a pair of free throws. He's got 10. Jalen Anderson has 12 for the Wildcats, and Josh Aldrich with 11. Boy, South Brunswick trailed by 14 entering the quarter, and New Hanover scored the first 5 of the fourth to build a seemingly insurmountable 19-point advantage. Nice drive from John Rogelia. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line and try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's the kind of contribution, productivity that John Rogelia can bring to the team. And wow, what a solid kid player. There's a lot of good things out on the court for Scott Wainwright's Cougars.
Rogelia misses an opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play, and New Hanover's lead is 17 at the 5:15 mark in the fourth quarter.
South is going to do anything here. They got to do it quick. And again, I think it's got to come from their defense. And then if they can stop the shot, they have to get on the glass. That has been a big area of advantage for New Hanover here tonight, plus shooting the lights out from the 3.
Taylor off the glass, no good. Aldridge put back is. He leads. New Hanover scores with 13. Jay, have you seen a more balanced team this season than New Hanover?
No, and that's an excellent point, Sam. And Mosley's shot misses. That's a great point. And particularly, next week the state playoffs start.
Flush from Josh Aldridge. He's got 15, a game-high 15, and New Hanover enjoying its biggest lead of the game at 21 points, 54-33.
So it really helps a team when you don't have to rely on a 1 or 2 players to come up with your point production. They do have a very balanced attack here at New Hanover, and that's, I think, going to serve them well as they move ahead in the state playoffs.
Look at the pump fake from Aldridge. 3 consecutive buckets. He's got 17, and look at Freddie Taylor still hounding ball handlers in the backcourt.
Yeah, I don't think Freddie, he's got 1 gear.
McKinney with an aggressive drive to the basket. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
So McKinney, 13 on the night, 8 of those in the third quarter, a couple of threes. But it looks like right now maybe too little, too late for the Cougars.
South Brunswick 18-7 under head coach Scott Wainwright. McKinney splits a pair. He's got 12 for South Brunswick. 3.5 minutes left. New Hanover with a 56-34 lead. Jay, not that we've seen a ton of 4A basketball through the state this season, but could you give our viewers a little idea of what it might be like for the Wildcats in the playoffs? The 4A bracket always. Oh, excuse me, New Hanover now 3A. Good catch there, partner.
Yeah,
Can you give me an idea what it might be like for New Hanover in the 3A portion of the playoff bracket?
Well, if they play the way they're playing tonight, I'd say it's going to be pretty good. Oh.
Boy, Romello Williams takes a nasty spill under the goal. It looked like he was going up for the jam, and it looked like a sniper got him from the top row.
Well, that's probably the phantom South Brunswick player who stopped Romello Williams that time. That's the best defensive play of the night for the Cougars, because I think Rowe was going up for the flush. Listen, the good news is the points don't make any difference. The good news is the kid's okay.
That's right. That's exactly right. And Jay, we said it last year when he was the area player of the year. The only kid who could stop him was him. And look, it just proved itself true.
Yeah, well, thankfully he's okay. And you would sure not want to lose one of your real great players here just a few days before the state tournament starts.
McKinney's going to fire a 3 over Aldridge. That draws back iron. Fight for the loose ball. Aldridge has got it for the Wildcats.
So both of these teams will continue playing next week, right, Sam? As they'll both qualify, I think, for the state 3A playoff.
That is correct. New Hanover will be the #1 team out of the Mid-Eastern Conference from the 3A portion. and South Brunswick will be the number 2 3A team from the Mid-Eastern Conference. So their season's not over. And Jay, quite frankly, this is a pair of teams that could advance and make some noise in the state playoffs.
And what, Sam, you're much more familiar with the playoffs than am I, but is there a chance they could play each other again?
Well, Jay, we saw West Brunswick and New Hanover play each other in the football playoffs in the first round, so I think there's absolutely a chance. However, I strongly doubt it would be in the first round, as each of these teams has strong records, and you think both of these teams will probably host a game in next week's state tournament.
And I guess on the girls' side of the ledger, clearly Laney is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Hoggard is a great team. I think the West Brunswick girls are actually going to be in, are they not?
Absolutely. They will be the number 2 3A team from the Mid-Eastern Conference. New Hanover won the 3A portion of the girls' Mid-Eastern Conference. And Jay, Hoggard and Laney, 2 4A girls teams that could certainly make some noise. Boy, that's 2 good teams. How good were Jensen Edwards and Sanaya Rivers for the Buccaneers in the girls game earlier tonight?
Well, let me tell you, first time I seen Rivers and everything as advertised, this kid is a phenomenal player and only in the 9th grade. And I saw her, I think, in the first quarter make 5 passes that probably you would see in the WNBA, if not in the NBA. I mean, what a gifted player. But yeah, a lot of great talent at the high school level out of this conference this year, both on the boys and the girls side.
Jay, I'd like to take this 30-second timeout and offer a big, warm thank you to Mr. John Donahue of John Donahue Automotive for his sponsorship of our ATMC TV basketball games of the week. Of course, we're not finished. We will have the West Brunswick girls first round playoff game next week. So we're not done just yet, but a big thank you to John and everything he does for the community. And
he does a lot, let me tell you.
He does.
You know, I mean, his business is his business, but you know, the way this guy handles himself and his faith and his, you know, just his overall care of the community is really what makes it all about. So yeah, it's awesome that he's been a part of our winter telecasts here on ATMC. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of fresh faces in the game for both teams, and particularly for New Hanover.
Jay, I told you wrong earlier. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about number 30 here, Mr. Holland Baynard. He's got a grandfather who knows a little something about round ball.
Well, that would be a guy by the name of Terry Holland, no doubt where the name Holland comes from. And, you know, I'm old enough to remember when Coach Holland was at the University of Virginia with Ralph Sampson, and then went on to become the athletic director there. And then I think he finished up his great career at East Carolina, did he not?
He was the athletic director at East Carolina, and a fine one, Jay. East Carolina had, you know, one of the best runs in athletic programs history under Coach Holland. Did so many great things for my university, the East Carolina University Pirates.
Saw him, he's here. He was here earlier. I happened to see him walking by earlier on tonight, and I have always, you know, read and admired about Terry, and that he was a true gentleman in the sport. And listen, one heck of a basketball coach.
Yeah, Jay, you can't miss Coach Holland, as Tim Harrington, excuse me, that's number 1, Marcus Moss, who put it in for South Brunswick. Marcus Moss with the bucket. Yeah, Jay, you can't miss Coach Holland. He's about 6'5". He's a big guy. Jay, we're less than 20 seconds here in the Mid-Eastern Conference Boys Tournament Finals. And for the second consecutive year, it looks like it's going to be the New Hanover Wildcats who are the top dogs in this league. Wrap it up for us, partner.
Well, you know, Gabe, 3 times these teams have met this year, 3 times New Hanover has been victorious. So I'd say that, you know, between South and New Hanover, we kind of know who's coming out on top, at least in this 2017-2018 basketball season. Probably more importantly for New Hanover is the fact that they just swept the entire conference season in the Mid-East Conference, winning all of the regular season and then winning the 3 games here in the Mid-Eastern Tournament. Tees them up very well for what is hopefully a successful run in the state tournament next week. Same thing for Scott Wainwright's South Brunswick Cougars, an outstanding season, 18-8. And 3rd place in the conference this year. Just ran into a tough team tonight here against New Hanover. New Hanover's record, I think, moves to 23-4, so that's a pretty gaudy number. And again, a team that is going to be reckoned with when the 3A states start next week. 17 unofficially for Josh Aldrich, 12 for Jalen Anderson, 4 3-point shots, and for South, 14 for Jace McKinney. So his double-digit scoring continues for the season. Every game this season, he scored in double digits, and 11 points for Kareem Randolph. Just not enough to beat a really good New Hanover squad.
Yeah, partner, you said it. You know, before the game, I talked an awful lot about the production South Brunswick needed from its, non-Randolph and McKinney players. Turns out it might not have mattered anyway, as well as this New Hanover team played, as New Hanover is accepting the 1st place trophy for the entire ATMC TV basketball team. He's Jake Holmes. I'm Sam Hickman from the campus of Brunswick Community College. In the boys tournament finals, it's New Hanover 58, South Brunswick 38. From Supply, good night.